Welcome to Cultura Latina. Today we'll get to know a bit more about our African heritage through a conversation with an inspiring Peruvian drumbox maker. And also we're going to meet a very special art and music ensemble in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Said Sabana is an Ecuadorian musician and creator of one of the most celebrated Peruvian drum boxes, or cajones peruanos, in Latin America. Let's take a look at Sabana's inspiring story. The cajon is a distinctive Afro-Peruvian musical instrument, introduced in the late 18th century. Historians say it was developed by slaves from Western and Central Africa alongside those already in the Americas, specifically Peru. The wooden box was popularized during the periods of slavery in coastal Peru, where it blossomed into several Afro-Peruvian genres. Nowadays, the instrument is popular in musical performances and recordings throughout much of the Americas, and has become an integral part of Spanish flamenco. Today we are spending time with Said Sabana, one of the only traditional cajon makers in Ecuador. His artistic passion comes from a deep sense of spirituality. Born in Ecuador with Palestinian roots, he is not only a professional percussionist, but also crafts cajones and teaches lessons.
El cajón peruano es un instrumento propio del Perú, que viene con una historia de generaciones y de culturas. Es una mezcla, es un instrumento que se ha venido formando con el tiempo, evolucionando, es un instrumento que evoluciona permanentemente. Nace en África, del corazón de la raza negra, y llega a América. La raza negra es quien pelea por su puesto en colocarlo de alguna manera en el ambiente cultural, se puede decir, no tanto artístico, más de cultura, era algo que se arraigó de sus bagajes, de su ritmo ancestral. Es un instrumento de madera, es un instrumento idiófono. ¿Qué quiere decir idiófono? Que suena con su mismo cuerpo, ¿sí? Entonces es un instrumento que no necesitas ningún instrumento extra, sino tus manos, y es el único instrumento en el que tú te sientas. O sea, tienes una relación con ese instrumento muy personal, uno se mimetiza, ¿no?, con este instrumento. Es un instrumento que de verdad, al parecer, es muy sencillo, que con muy pocos recursos, pero es recursivo, es el más recursivo, es uno de los instrumentos más ambiciosos, si se puede decir, porque el cajón se metió en todas las músicas, en todo el mundo. Música árabe, música latina, hindú, rock, sin hablarte de ningún género del cual nació, que es el vals peruano, la cueca chilena, la samba argentina, brasilera, el pasillo ecuatoriano. Dios creó el arte, entonces créeme que yo lo he investigado de las dos partes. Yo he podido vivir las dos partes como para decirte que sí, Dios está realmente feliz del arte, lo creó, y me parece que la relación que uno tiene con el arte también es como tienes tu relación con Dios.
Papeles Sueltos y Encontrados, or Loose and Found Papers, is an Argentinian ensemble led by Tucumanian musician Roque Celis and his partner Mechi. Let's take a look at how music can be mixed with visual art and poetry. Music, literature, and painting were fused together to create a special artistic project in Buenos Aires called Loose and Found Papers. Artists from different provinces and cities merge in on the same stage and share their magic with the audience.
As its name indicates, each one of us had our own production. That's why the name Loose Papers. We have tried to assemble a coherent story of all those productions in one show, and the idea of Loose Papers is to completely depersonalize the author from each thing and join up with artists from different places, all possible places, to be able to share the show.
al autor de cada una de las...
En los árboles que pueden pasarse por mi puerto.
Nosotros componemos todos los temas, son todas producciones de nosotros.
We compose all the songs. They are all our own compositions. We first got together with my girlfriend Mechi. I had to play in a concert and I encouraged her by saying, "Come on, read your text while I play." And we called La Negrita, who does beautiful drawings. I used to give her my songs and she would draw about them. So I told her, "Why don't you project your drawings while I sing?" And that's how everything got started.
Back then, I started to read text, something that people are not so used to. Nowadays, fortunately, there are lots of other groups doing this. But anyways, the fact that literature is on stage is something new. And well, I looked for it to be able to make my contribution. Afterwards, as the project grew, we started to do more and more things. Papers started to mix and I started to sing. I also started to share some of the songs I had composed. There's an experience that is produced with the audience where here and now is shared and it is not possible to be recreated. That is a fantastic thing. And we feel like going on with it, inviting other people who are able to contribute, to go on linking together, articulating. We discuss a lot about how to do all of those combinations of different languages. We are also ambitious and creative and many things come to our minds. Sometimes they can be done, sometimes they cannot. But the idea is to always have ideas to continue growing professionally.
My role is the visual part of the show. In the beginning, I was in charge of the projections. I mean, I was offstage, just projecting the drawings I made, which were related with the texts Mechi wrote and the songs Roque composed. But afterwards, little by little, I was introduced on stage, and now I do the live paintings, while the show goes on. And well, that's what I do. And I also sing some of the songs, although it's not exactly what I dedicate myself to doing. I join in on the musical project from that place.
Eso hago. Y canto en algunas canciones que en realidad no es lo que yo hago, pero bueno, me sumo también al proyecto musical desde ese lado.
Thanks for watching. Next week we'll visit a remarkable contemporary art center and one of Latin America's finest theater festivals. See you then.